Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome to the Get Down. This is Beats, Season 3, Episode Psych! It's not an episode, it's another one of my rants. Mid-year rant, end of financial year rant, where I sit here by myself and talk shit because I got nothing better to do and I love yous all, right? As Jeff Fennick said, I love yous all. I want to just do a few shout outs, perhaps answer a few questions that I get over the time, explain where I've been all fucking year and why we're only, a few episodes in and what's been going on with myself. I'll get a few messages in the inbox as we travel along, and I appreciate them. People, reaching out when this show wasn't being aired, seeing if I was okay. I've been cool. Just been busy. So you might have heard me say it throughout the show that I'm attending uni now, so that takes up a fair bit of time. My end goal is to put my phone on silent. My end goal is to get a degree in occupational therapy. So cruising along, doing well there, really enjoying it, being a mature age student. Yeah, and I certainly am that. Like, there's a lot of young people there, but fuck them all. I'm really enjoying it. So that's where I've been. I've been making beats again. I bought the new Mac that some of you's chucked in, like the GoFundMe that I did. So I really appreciate that. It's big, it's great, it's sexy, and it's powerful and fast. And it makes editing the show so much fucking easier. I cannot explain to you. I used to render like a 2-hour file and it would take almost, it was almost real time. So I'd fucking be downstairs and I would hit bounce and come back in like 45 minutes. Now it's done in like 3 and 4 minutes. It is a fucking beast. Yeah, it's tough. So thank you, Steve Jobs, and thank you for everyone who chucked in. All right, who else? I want to apologise. Well, I want to say thank you for your patience and thank you for all your messages in regards to the fucking spam that I got from my account twice. One last year that sent out all the porn links that said, "Do you want me to make you come?" If you do want me to make you come, hit up my DMs. That's easy. I can do that for you. But women only. This last one with the competition that I ran with ciders, we had a giveaway and some fucking scumbag jumped onto it and made a link, and I hope no one clicked on it. I hope no one was affected by it. What else has been happening? So I'm in a fucking pretty good spot. I'm always on the show whinging about my injuries, but I'm not doing not doing that anymore. I've really made some progress in the gym and with fixing my ankle injuries. It's been a fucking funny year, you know. I've had like 4 different jobs. I've had a work cover claim and I've got fucking litigation going on. It's been a hectic year. And amongst all that, I've been in a great deal of pain. So not so much anymore. I'm 95% where I want to be with my pain levels. Excuse me. So feeling really good. Dropped a few kgs, hitting the gym. Feeling really, really good. What else? What else has been happening? I fucking know. I should write things down, shouldn't I? But I'll think of it as we go along. But I'll try and keep it short and sweet because, you know, there's no guest and who really wants to hear me fucking waffle on? Anyway, all right. So I want to thank Brian Warner. This is going way back. So we had Brian Warner on fucking almost a year ago for NAIDOC week. So it's hard to even remember all these fucking amazing conversations that I have with these people, but I do remember that one. It was my first face-to-face interview that wasn't by telephone, and did it in a professional podcast studio, and it was pretty cool. I remember I didn't have the desk set up properly, so it was a real head fuck to get the audio edited, so I had to sort of take that elsewhere to a fucking crazy studio and get them to edit out for me. So that was fun. Yeah, but we got that done, and that was really interesting. Brian, thanks for coming on, mate. I do see him driving around every now and then, but I haven't caught up with him since, and I do sometimes feel bad about that, but having guests on and not catching up with them. But I try and stay in contact, but if you haven't got social media, it's pretty fucking hard. Pretty hard. All right, who did we have next? After that, we had old mate Fo for RCF. What a fucking legend. What a storyteller. And another one where I got to speak to a childhood hero of mine, you know, growing up in Adelaide, seeing Fo's graph fucking everywhere, you know, destroy every train. Foa. I remember we had a good laugh. People used to call him Foa. And I've always loved the way Fo has a yarn. Kind of reminded me of later on, the last episode we've done, John Kilik, you know, the way they their voice sounds and the way they talk. I thought they sounded a lot, very Aussie, very, very ochre. Fo, it was a pleasure, mate. As I said in the episode, I think, you know, you really stood up for me when I was young, like 12 years old, and sort of showed me the ropes instead of, you know, the scene was quite bullyish back in the day, and you didn't allow that to happen. So I always respected that. The book that you put out is amazing. I still haven't finished it because I don't want to. Like I almost don't want to get to the end of it. So I just pick it up and chip away. I'm reading about 10 fucking books at the moment, and most of them are from guests who have been on or up and coming guests. So there's a little preview. Yeah, so I've got a few books going on. I'm reading Graham Henry's book, John Kilik's book. I'm reading shitloads of journals from uni about occupational therapy and biology, and if you fucking believe that. Yeah, been reading a lot about sobriety. That's another thing that I've been doing, is getting sober, which I have mentioned before, and I got sober for about 4 months, but then I started drinking again. It's not so much of a relapse, but I just started drinking again. I went to uni hungover and I said, fuck it, that's it, I'm done. I don't really want to drink anymore. I sort of had a big look at myself, and I had a look at my upbringing, and my parents were alcoholics, and I just said, I don't want my children to see that. You know, I don't judge people who do drink. You know, if you want to drink, fucking do it responsibly and have fun with it. If you're a fuckhead drunk, then, you know, I got no time for you. But me personally, this is my journey. You might see I'm doing the Dry July. So chuck your fucking donations in there and I'll stop spamming the social media. So the links are in, I'll put the links in the show notes. But Dry July beats Adroit. Just trying to raise money for the McGrath Foundation. Someone really, really dear to me is going through treatment for breast cancer at the moment. Someone I really, really love, and I would love to raise that $500 in honour of her and see that money go towards the McGrath Foundation, which is breast cancer research. So yeah, sorry, waffling on there. Back to Fo. The book, Wildfire, the cover with the red hand on it has sold out. You can't get it anymore, so you snooze, you lose, fuckers. All right, but I think there's a few other ones left with the secondary cover. So get in there. It will not be reprinted, and if you miss out, you miss out. Thanks, Fo. I really appreciate it, mate. I'll put the link to the book. It's through puzzlepress.com, and big shout outs to Ben Tan as well, and Puzzle, and I believe Rank and possibly Cab had a bit to do with it. Big shout outs to Mr. Hughes as well. What up, homie? I see you in there too, brother. Right, who do we have next? Plutonic Lab, Pluto. Another sort of hero to me looking up musically. When I was doing my music, I was always blown away by the clarity and the sound that Pluto could produce. So it was kind of cool to have a bit of a yarn with him. I thought it would have got a bit nerdier, like when I talked to Disaster, that went down a real fucking sound nerd rabbit hole, but it didn't with Pluto, and it was really interesting. Good to see what you're doing, man. Just saw you got signed to a drum kit, like you got some form of deal, and duly deserved, mate. Yeah, you're a genius. Go and check out Pluto's. Run up his fucking Spotify, whatever. Go and listen to his music. It's dope. A lot of instrumental shit in there that's really, really crazy. And yeah, go run it up. He's been around. He's been around for a minute, man. Muffin Pluto. Shit. What you know about that? All right. Next we had, this one was so fucking funny to me, man. This is a highlight. All right. Fucking Frankie. Paul Finnick. Paulie Falzoni, Fat Pizza, Howzos, Swift and Shift, all that shit, man. I had an absolute fucking ball with this. We had a bit of trouble with the audio too from memory. But, man, I hung up from that phone call. The side of my mouth, my cheeks were hurting from laughing so much. It was fucking incredible. Like, really, really funny. Really honoured to have a yarn with him. I've been a fan since the first Fat Pizzas, and oh yeah, and I did chased him down pretty hard to get that one, and yeah, we made it happen, and I was really happy. What was cool about it was my son got to see Paulie on SAS, the TV show where Paulie did an incredible job, looking into himself and finding himself and doing the challenges on that TV show on SAS, and it made my son really proud that, and I showed my son some Howzos and Fat Pizza, and it made my son really proud that his dad had interviewed the guy of SAS, so that was a bit of a little bonus and a little bucket filler for me. So Paulie and Frankie, you are a funny cunt, man. I really appreciate your time. And that was the last episode for the year, I think. And that's when my account got hacked and some other shit happened in my life. And I'll be honest with you guys, I was ready to fucking chuck it in. Hey, I was sort of, it was becoming a chore. And it wasn't really fun for me. And then something happened in my life where I was like, the podcast is not in the forefront of my mind at the moment. So there was no real desire for me to get here. The equipment was sitting downstairs getting dusty, and because we're in Queensland, it's getting mouldy and fucking, the Mac was shit. And anyway, long story short, I bought the new Mac, bought it all upstairs, redid my studio. Yeah, the hatred is dead. Did me that sick fucking mirror plaque with the get down cut out of it. And yeah, so the studio's feeling really trick at the moment. It's got a nice vibe to it. I've got my records up and nice red leather couch, so everything's looking red and black and got some soundproofing. You can't see it, but I'm looking around at it. I might put a post up. So yeah, I was really ready to sort of chuck it in, but I always knew I wouldn't give up on it. But it's just like the music. If it's not right in the forefront, then you're like, yeah, So, which goes on to our next guest, who gave me a bit of a kick up the arse and just said, "What's going on? I want to come on your show." And I had interviewed his brother previously, who is Mr. Guts. So it was Maggot Mouth that said to me, "Can't beat you. What the fuck? I've just put all my music up online. I want to promote it. I want to have a chat. It's been a minute. fucking have me on. And I was like, oh, yeah. And then I'm like, fuck it. No, you're right. I should get back on the horse. And I did. And now, again, from that, there's no looking back. So I don't know if anyone went out to his glamping spot, but I didn't. I wouldn't be caught dead there. I actually think Megan Mouth is a serial killer, and that's what that place is all about. But it looks pretty cool online. But, pretty good chance he is a serial killer. And just be careful, man. Like, look at him. Just have a look at the guy. Nah, I love you, Mouth. You're a brother from another mother, man. You're a good man, and you too, Gutsy, and the whole Broken Tooth family for all that matter. So yeah, that's some true shit there. And then another big break there, and then I wanted to do something ever since I interviewed Brent Simpson from the Clink. Without stepping on his toes, I really wanted to jump into the true Australian crime, and I'm big on the cross pollination. I like podcasts, and then Jake Biz. Shout outs to Jake Biz and the Beers Beats and the Biz crew for having me on their show. I'm real big on that cross pollination with podcast hosts, and I really think that just because one person has been on a podcast, I don't think it should stop there. I think every host has got different questions, and it was really fucking awesome to be on the other side of the desk getting asked questions by Jake and the boys. So I'm big on that. So that, which brings us to our next guest, who's been on multiple podcasts and has got an amazing story. And there's a book out about his story too, and that's Russell Manser. Now, first of all, thank you for your patience when it came to the audio. I didn't realise it while it was happening, but Russ was coming through mono just in one ear, so it took me a bit of time to rectify that problem. And in hindsight, looking back, listening to the episode, it's not very good. I haven't done a good job. So, but there's not much you can do. Sometimes we're sort of at the mercy of the internet with these things. And regardless, Russell, your story is amazing. It's horrific, and you've got the biggest set of balls to be able to tell that story over and over and over again. Like you're so strong and resilient to be able to tell that story selflessly to help others. I'm blown away by your selflessness and your kindness and your willingness to help other people by reliving such a significant trauma. It blows me away. And then, as always, with these people that come on the show, you start to chat to them, you start to inbox and all that, and I'd really like to say it's good to sort of know you now, and know what you're about. And then you had the Australian story episode, which really hit home. A lot of people reached out to me saying, "Is that the same person?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, he's out there doing good things." So you're out there changing lives, doing amazing things, and rooting for the little guy, I guess, man, which is, the world needs more people like you. Speaking of the world needing more people like that, let's get on to the one and only, my fucking bro crush at the moment, Jeff fucking Morgan, right? So Jeff Morgan, the Lifestyle Program, call him what you want, ex-bank robber, I don't even see that in anymore. Jeff is an amazing fucking human, man. As you know, I went on air at the end of the program and said I was going to join the Cut the Bullshit program. I did just that. I joined up for 30 days. And it's kind of as a social experiment, really. I thought in the back of my head, this might be cool. I was already coming off the piss. I thought this might hold me accountable. The nutrition, I've been trying to get my head around nutrition. I've been trying to get my head around the gym, and Jeff's a personal trainer. Got a degree in prison. If you haven't heard the episode, go back and have a listen to it. But run them numbers up, baby. He's doing amazing things now. He's like talking to the army, he's talking to corporate companies and mining companies and stuff like that. But what I got out of it was priceless. Absolutely priceless. I didn't think I needed it, and I thought it would just be a little thing. I did not know how much I needed it. And in the program, Jeff talks about unpacking your invisible backpack, and that's traumas that you carry with you through life. And I've said on other rants, I've talked about like, how my sister died, how my cousin died. I may have talked about parental alienation with my daughter. The situation with my mum when I was arrested for assaulting her partner and my mum leaving me. So I got all these abandonment traumas, right? And just to unpack them and look at them and for the first time in my life, sort of approach them head on. It's pretty confronting, but very, very cathartic, very, very, very cleansing. And on top of that, I made some really amazing friends within the group, a couple that I'll be friends with for the rest of my life, 100% guarantee that. And that's pretty amazing to me too. And then following on from Russ and Jeff, so wait, before I go, Jeff, I love you, bro. Man, you have you've changed my life, and you still are. And I look forward to meeting you, man, and hanging out and having a nice big tall glass of water and exercising, man. And if listeners who know me as Beats, that's not something I would say. That's that the old Beatsy be like out there. Yeah, let's fucking get pissed, man. But I truly believe that person's behind me. I reckon I can have one or two, but I believe that drunken gronk is well behind me. So thank you, brother, for changing my life for the better. I'll forever love you for it. All right, the next guest, still on that true crime, Australian true crime tangent, is Mr. John Kilik. So I had heard a podcast with John on it a long time ago. I think it was through Brent on the Clink. And shout outs to Brent and everything you're going through, mate. Stay strong, brother. But yeah, I did hear John Kilik on there, and I also heard him on Gary Jubilin's show. So having John on, mate, I tell you what, like I wrote in the show notes, I never knew my grandfather. I never had grandfather on either side. Didn't know my dad, so didn't know that side. And my mum's side was dysfunctional as fuck, so I never really knew my grandparents. Never had a grandfather, right? This was what I can only assume having a grandfather is like, right? I was on the edge of my seat, and I could have spoke to him for fucking 2 days straight, and we'd probably still be talking and still not got to the end of his story. He had 2 hours. He gave me 2 hours, and he said he had something to do, and we had just got to the helicopter escape, So pretty hardcore story. A true gentleman, a brilliant writer, man. Like you've got to read his books. He's not asking me to say this, man, but you've got to read his books just for the story. The story can't be made up. It's written so well. It's fucking classic Australian literature, man. It's like really well written. I'm a little bit in awe of how well it's written. It's like he's talking to you. Extremely talented, extremely knowledgeable, and a gentleman. And on top of that, as he said in the interview, I don't know if you've listened to it, but the money he makes from the books goes overseas to disadvantaged children. So, that's another act of selflessness. The last three guests have taught me so much humility and shown me how to be humble that I've always been a generous person, but I just want to give back even more now, So, and I am out there doing that. Got a few things on the go. I know I always say this and I never really reveal it, but they're long-term projects. They're gonna take some time. The guests know what they are, what the projects are. You guys will know when I'm fucking ready to tell you. And I got a little something else going on too, but I can't talk about it. So what are you going to do? There you go. All right, that's probably going to be about half an hour by the time I edit this. So I can't really think of anything else apart from if you have people. Oh yeah, I got some cool guests coming up actually. Should I tell you who they are? Nah, fuck yous, I won't. But a couple hip hop artists, a really unique hip hop artist that is up and coming and has had his share of challenges in life, and I think you'll be blown away by the dude's story. Incredible. A couple homies from Adelaide, couple old school homies, couple of the OGs from the Adroit crew be on their way. If they can fucking lift their game and make some time for me, fucking 20-year friendships, I can't get 2 hours on the phone. Fuck's sakes. What else is going on? What's going on? fuck. Shout outs to my kids. Shout outs to Brooke. Shout outs to Caden. Shout outs to my little granddaughter Zara. They've just been up here for a visit. Truly amazing to see them. Shout outs to all my friends up here, back down in Adelaide, all over the place. Shout outs to all the listeners that tune in around the world. I see you guys in the stats. It blows me away where some of yous listen in from. Another thing also, the show's on YouTube now. I'm not putting video up, but the show's there, so it's always there forever for free, because if I die, Spotify will rip it all down if I don't pay the bill. So, nice guys they are. Yeah, so that's there. Shout outs to all the people I met in Jeffrey Morgan's Cut the Bullshit program. One in particular, you know who you are. It's been amazing getting to know you guys, and what more can I say? Keep fighting the good fight and keep going for it. And I respect you forever. Hey, what's going on? I got t-shirts. I got some t-shirts. So if you want to grab some shirts, inbox me. What else? Vote for me for Prime Minister. And also, the Dry July. Yeah, Chuck, look, man, $5, $2, I don't give a fuck. Just get me to the $500 and I'll stop spamming the page, all right? I'll stop spamming it because I'll keep spamming it. You know me, and I'm a persistent little fucker. So chuck in $5, the price of a beer. The next time you're going to buy a beer, think about me going without it. Think about me. If you all know me, people who do know me, think about me fucking 15, 20 years ago, and then think about me sober, and then throw $5 into the account. It doesn't go to me, it goes to the McGrath Foundation. And that's about it. What have we got? Brian Foe, Pluto, Paulie, Maggot Mouth, Russell Matson, John Kilik, and Jeff Morgan. So, yeah. Thank you to all of you guys. The guests coming up, thank you. I'll do another one. Get your tax returns in. Hope you get some bunda. Spend it wisely. And there's a good way to put some of your tax return onto my Dry July fund. So I'll see you soon. Feeling good. Feeling happy. Feeling excited. Feeling like a teenager again, mate. So give it a crack. Get off the piss and cut the bullshit. This is Beats signing out. End of financial year rant. 2022 planet Earth. Peace.